Statistics are not reality, officer. Does that make sense? See, okay, think of a deck of cards. Let's not talk about something. So
we're not going to talk about cards anymore.
No, have we already done this?
Yes, we have.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Where I asked you,
Yes.
I mean, I used this example for more than one thing.
We did that.
I don't know. About possibilities?
Yeah.
We did?
Yes, we covered that. It was like...
What was your card?
I don't remember my card. It was like, I said Queen of Hearts or King of Hearts or something like that.
Okay, but it couldn't be anything...
We were going over the semantics of it.
See, semantics again,
Yes.
It's not semantics, okay? There's no way, like, you have... the odds are that everybody has 2.4 kids or something, right? You can't have 0.4 kids. You don't have a 79% chance of getting pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. You can't have a percentage of a chance of getting hit by a car while walking on the highway. It's either you get hit or you don't. Are you with me?
I'm listening.
Right? So statistics are not reality. Statistics only count in the grand scheme when you're looking at all of the incidents. But they all have different variables, and you can't... nothing is more dangerous than another thing just on itself. It's like it's not dangerous to cross a street in the middle of the road if there's no cars coming. Well, you don't have any danger of getting hit by a car if there's no cars coming, right?
Watch yourself. I get it.
You always run away.
No, I'm not running away. I'm just kidding.
You don't like it when I point out that you guys are gang members and that police officers kill people and...
David, do you look at why they kill people? Do you look at this?
I know that guy just got convicted, thank God, to 70 months in Chicago, that one officer. And
which one officer?
Well, he just got convicted 2 days ago in Chicago. It's so rare that an officer actually gets convicted. It was Laquan McDonald, I think, was who he killed. I might have that name wrong, but...
you talking about the suspect that was running with the handgun, running away, and the officer shot?
No, that guy just got indicted.
Yeah.
That was a different case, but he just got indicted. But whether he gets convicted is a different story. But no, the one in Chicago is the one he was just convicted and sentenced to 70 months, but that was just for the murder. I think he still has to get sentenced for the aggravated assault, 16 counts of aggravated assault, because one count for each time he shot him. And so that's going to be more jail time, thank God. He'll probably get killed in jail. But it's very rare that an officer gets convicted, But, it happens, okay? They do kill people. And, it's not all protecting and serving.
That's a motto that was adopted by the LAPD for a recruitment slogan.
Yeah, duty, honor, and community.
Yeah, that's...
Whatever that means. I can tell you honor right there is an ultimatum. Okay? The spelling has been changed. It used to be H-O-N-O-U-R. And because on actually means honor. And the O-U-R meant honor our oath. Even before that, it was honoreth. And now it's been changed to on or what is basically what it is. It's an ultimatum. In duty and community, these don't actually have any real meanings.
That's sad to hear you say that.
What do the words mean? They don't really have any... Like, honor really irritates me. Like, a judge, they used to be our honoreth, right? And one letter at a time, it's been changed to your honor, right? So the judge is ours. And when I say ours, I mean the people's. It's not his honor. Like, it's our honor, and you know, he's our tool, like we've talked about. You know, you're a tool, right? And we reach for you when we need protecting and serving, and like we reach for a judge when we need a magistrate, which is a straight magi. You know, if you switch that around, we wanted somebody that could do spells in a straight way.
Several directions with this conversation. Basically.
Yeah, we do that, and that's okay. But you know, where it all started was that this nighttime crew,
this new night crew,
are a bunch of thugs. They absolutely are, and they have what do you know? You see, you're defending them, but you're not on their crew. And I can see that you guys do things way different on your crew than they do. You know, I've seen Lieutenant Rayleigh, and they do things way different.
It's also an individual difference.
Of course there are, but it all starts with the command, and whoever Lieutenant White is. I haven't met him, but and why I haven't met him is kind of disturbing too, because of how many scenes I've seen and how like it just seems impossible that I haven't met this guy yet.
Did you call and request to speak with the supervisor?
No, I never do that. I talk to people that I see. I don't go out of my way to find you. I mean, no, I don't do that. I'm not about that.
That's not true. That's not a true statement.
I mean, if I see your lights,
your way, yes.
No, if I see your lights on and you're pulling somebody over, I go over to it. Yeah, but like, I'm not walking around specifically like looking for you guys, you know, ever. Like, I don't go. I've never taken a trip down to the police station or,
Maybe
you know,
you
like, I mean, I don't go out of my way.
Request a tour.
A tour, please. I don't make requests of my government, okay? I don't ask permission from my government for anything, right? They're my government, okay? If I want something, I just do it. You see, if I want to film you, I just film you, right? You know, it's my right. I don't need an officer to tell me, I don't mind if you film.
It's also your right to petition your government, state your grievances.
It is, which is why when I run into Sergeant Roby hiding in the parking lot, and I go up and I try and petition my grievances that none of his officers know about 3802, and he drives away, about runs over my foot, you know, and always wants to ask me, is there an emergency? See, I don't need an emergency to talk to you. Right? You don't have to talk to me, but, I mean, you kind of should. Right? Like, it's not, I mean, I'm not calling you names, you know, or like trying to be disrespectful. I mean, we manage, right? Like,
yeah, we do all right.
You know, we've come a long way, right? But I'm just saying, like, we had our minute at first, but we've gotten past it, you know? And the same with many other officers. I mean, I've met at least 50 now, you know? And I really haven't had these experiences with, I mean, I get along with officers for the most part, you know, and people in general, right? I just do. And why this new night crew is having such issues is because they're thugs. They're up to something. I mean, you gotta, if you want to talk about statistics, okay, there's 88 officers, I think you said, or 80 or 88. I thought you and Lieutenant Rayleigh that one night when you guys were both here.
May have said that.
Okay, 80 or 88, but something like that, right?
You have to understand something. We had a conversation in the evening that was many moons ago. Where have you been? You like disappeared for a minute. Where'd you go?
I didn't go anywhere. I've been here. I just haven't seen you. You've been on day shift. I haven't seen you since you've been on days. I don't know why you're not harassing people in the daytime over here. Maybe you are. But, I mean...
I've been on days since the 17th of December.
Yeah, and I've been here every day.
I've
been here every day. I haven't seen you on day shift. I've only been seeing the new night shift. And I, like, met them all right away. You know why? Because they all show up on every stop. Right? On every single one. I'm like...
And that's not a gang, David.
That's gang. When you got a like an 18, 19-year-old girl, possibly 17 or whatever, pinned up against a wall and 4 guys surrounding her, okay, and like they don't even write her a ticket or anything, you know, think about for a second how that girl felt, right? Like, think about that, what that looked like to the public, you know, what possibly was going on there. You know, if you if you were driving by and you saw 4 guys, you know, with a girl pinned against there, what would you think?
I would wonder.
You would, right? If they weren't police officers?
Yeah, I would.
You know?
I would wonder. I was like, what's happening?
Exactly. And you know, the people, the press, you know, I mean, I'm there to film you guys, right?
I wouldn't interfere with an investigation. I would just
say, I didn't.
There's got to be a reason why there's 4 officers and 1 female. Maybe she could be so emotionally disturbed that she's a danger to herself and to others. You can physically hurt somebody without having a tool. I mean, you can use hands, you can bite, you can eye gouge, you can pull. You know, it only takes 8 pounds to pull an ear off. It doesn't take much. You can physically wreck somebody's day. And if somebody that isn't coherent and doesn't understand what's going on and they're trying to defend themselves and they may be under the influence of something, more than 1 officer is appropriate to handle that, to keep them from hurting themselves and also to keep them from hurting somebody else.
That wasn't what was going
really?
on there. That wasn't what was going on there.
You should Google YouTube videos of people that are on PCP. Watch that.
Yes, but that wasn't what was going on here.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
I know you weren't there, but yet you're guessing and throwing out all these excuses like you're their lawyer.
It's a what-if scenario.
Like you're their lawyer. I'm saying that the image of it looks really bad, and I've never seen your crew doing that. I've never seen Rayleigh's crew doing that. Like, they're all nothing but pretty much, you know, respectful. I mean,
we are all respectful.
No, you're not.
Yes,
no, you're not. Officer Jackson, he isn't very respectful. I'll tell you that right now.
Officer Jackson's not respectful?
No, he's not.
How is he disrespectful?
Well, one time he told me to go have a seat, and which was rude and uncalled for. He has no authority to tell me what to do in Starbucks. And, you know, nobody has to talk to me. Of course, I proceeded to ask him, you know, his name and his badge number and who his sergeant and his lieutenant was. And, of course, he had to comply and answer all those questions. And he felt really stupid because, you know, it became obvious that he had to answer my questions and I don't have to do anything he says, right? And he was on duty, didn't clock out for break in Starbucks, you know, and he's telling me to go have a seat. Right, I showed that video to, what is her name? She's a community, on the community outreach program. I think that's what it's called. Oh man, she's really nice. What is her name? She's a black officer.
Oh, Officer Jolly?
Yeah, Officer Jolly. She's so jolly. Yeah, you know,
she's a good lady.
Yeah, I showed her that, you know, and she said you just can't teach people manners. Which is absolutely true because
unfortunately,
you know,
it's not a crime to be rude.
It's not a crime. But I didn't finish what I was saying. Officer Jackson is not really nice or polite, but I wouldn't consider him like a bad guy. Okay, I'm not making, you know, you don't hear me saying he's a dirty cop. You won't hear me say that about Officer Jackson, but. You will say that about Officer Roby. He's a dirty cop. I'll tell you right now, he's a dirty cop. Roby. He's nothing to me. He is Roby. Okay, whatever his first name is, your ranks don't mean anything to me. I call you, you know, your rank because that's, you know, out of respect or whatever. But I'm not required to use your rank. Okay, that's between you and your department, right? The people. That doesn't mean anything to us. We didn't give you that rank. You know what I'm saying? That's just out of the goodness of my heart, like that I call Lieutenant Rayleigh and Sergeant Lanier, you know, or Sergeant Weston, who is a good guy, right? And I know he's on this nighttime crew, and I don't know what's going on with the rest of his crew because they're nothing like him. But Sergeant Roby, he's a dirty cop. I can just tell, you know, I'm perceptive and I can pick up on what's going on, you know. And I mean, No, I don't think you're a dirty cop, but I do think that you're required to back up your fellow officers, and there's going to be times when you don't know what's going on, and you're going to be part of deprivation of rights. It's probably already happened a number of times.
If there's something that's unlawfully being committed, whether an officer or not an officer, it's my duty to do the right thing.
It is your duty to do the right thing.
So if they're doing something that's unlawful and illegal, it's my duty to stop them.
If you have proof of it.
No, if I can see that, if I'm there, if I'm party to that, and it's against the law and it's wrong, that is my duty to stop that. So,
yeah, I can tell you, if you've ever done that, and you do that very often, you're not going to be a police officer for very long, because your brothers are going to kick you off. So
that's my destiny then.
Right, but
I'm not gonna shy away from not doing the right thing.
Okay, I believe you that you would. I
will bleed out. I
believe you that you would stop something if you saw it happening and you knew. But there's going to be times, and there's probably already been times, where you don't know. Okay, but you are involved, right? Like, it takes all of you guys to do what you do. It takes the good cops in order to allow the bad cops to do what they do. They could not be so emboldened to do what they do and to get away with it if it wasn't for the good cops backing them up. Like, every time. I mean, it's so rare. By the time,
David, that makes no sense.
By the time they get arrested or, get charges filed, it's way down the line. Okay, it's not right away. I mean, there are instances, like I did see one video of a cop pull over it was a highway patrol. She pulled over a fellow highway patrol that flew by her at 90 miles an hour or something, and she pulled him over at gunpoint and got him out of the car and arrested him. And then she checked out what had been going on with her name, and it had been run 300 and something times. And she had every officer after her, and she didn't make it on the force after that, because I mean, she did what she was supposed to do, but
is that here in Texas, or was that somewhere else?
It was in Florida.
Yeah, that's Florida stuff. David, I would like to.
You didn't run away this time, no. But I mean, I chased you down. You tried to run away.
I enjoy our conversations to an extent.
Yeah, no, I'm not here to coddle you around. The people are here we're a check and balance. The press is supposed to be a check and balance. We're not here to print your press releases, right? Or to cooperate. If that makes sense. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, I don't
take it as such.
I mean, officers tell me, I ran into the deputy chief of the sheriff's, who's really cool, Riley, I think is his name. And he's really a cool guy.
Oh, it's Chief Ryle.
Ryle. Okay, yeah, I was saying his name wrong, but okay. Yeah, he's really Ryle. A good guy.
Chief Deputy Ryle, yeah. He's a good dude.
He understands that none of you have rights, you have privileges. And but nevertheless, he said, well, it's not unreasonable to ask the people to cooperate for their own safety. Well, no, we're not cooperatives, right? We're not on the same team. We're not on the same level. Okay, the people are here,
David,
and the government is here.
You need to write
I've written 4.
Okay.
And I've lost all 4 of them. No, I hand wrote them, and I've lost all 4 of them.
You gotta find...
The accomplishment was writing them.
Safety deposit box. And
why?
When you have when you have a book, you can just deposit it. That way you don't have to worry about losing it. But I think you should write some more stuff down. You got some... It would be an interesting read. It would.
I'm an excellent writer. Do you want to read some stuff I've written? I would
actually buy the book.
You want to see how good I write? I'm serious. You could see some things real quick. I've written some reviews, and
you should actually
when I was in College Station. College. Oh no! The only one you can teach is yourself.
Oh, here we go. About teachers and all that.
Teachers are always, they know their lesson plan better than anyone because they're teaching themselves. Not all the students learn. That's because not all of them teach themselves. You can't teach somebody without their consent. They have to do it. You know?
I have enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah. I mean,
very thorough.
When you stop and think about it, I'm pretty thought out.
Well thought. There you go. About well thought. There's some good forethought there. Yeah. Just be careful, all right?
Be careful if that's possible.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, Sergeant. I mean,
Don't litter.
my risk goes up every time I run into Sergeant Roby's crew. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Put the word out that I'm saying he's a dirty cop. Go ahead.
And maybe tried to iron out a difference. Maybe just like
I have tried
clear
to
the
talk
air
to
and be
him.
like, hey, Sergeant Roby, I know we've gotten off to a bad start. Let me clear the air. Is that okay?
Well, I've only met him.
May I have a minute of your time?
Yeah, at a good time too. Over when he was hiding in the parking lot
we've
over there,
our
I
direction
did.
of conversations, have we not?
Yeah, it took a minute though. The first few times you came in and saw me after I told you that you were the little piggy that tried to give me orders. You had your butt puckered for the first few times.
No, not at all.
It wasn't until that one day that you revealed that you like animals.
I love animals.
That we actually had a conversation, and but before that, like, you know, I asked you, like, do you do drunk driving stops, and you said go and ask at the department. You can do a request and find out. You know,
you asked me if there was going to be any DUI.
I asked if you did any DUI checkpoints.
Yeah, that's what you were asking if there were going to be any that evening. And I'm like,
no, I was asking if you guys did any, or like, I already knew the answer that those don't happen in Texas. That was just the standard question that I asked to make conversation.
Is there anything else I can
to
help
see
you
what
with,
happens? See, that's yeah. Go ahead, run away.
No, I'm not running.
No,
away.
run away. Run away. I know.
I thought
You
we
got
were
real
concluding-
crimes. Yeah, let's talk about that standoff. What do you know about that standoff that happened over at Blue Hole? I was there for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No, I was off.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't on the side where the PD was at. It was PD's scene, but the sheriffs, they had to deal with me. But do you know about it?
Yeah, I know of it.
Was the guy shooting at the police officers?
Yes.
That's positively determined?
On video.
He's been charged for that?
I don't know what he's been charged for.
Okay.
I'm not a magistrate. I'm not the person that...
I mean, isn't that... I mean, when somebody shoots at police officers, like, you all talk about that, right? That's like, there's this guy, and he thought he could shoot at police officers and stuff, so, you know, this is his family and his address, and...
Is there anything else you need? I gotta go
That's
back.
not how it goes?
I gotta go back to the PD.
All right. You got
I've enjoyed
paperwork to do? Is there any real crimes? Can you tell me, when was the last time you arrested somebody for an actual crime with a victim? Just give me the day or the month or the year. Was it with a victim? What was it?
Huh?
What was the crime?
It was family violence. Assault caused bodily injury.
All right. And the witness wasn't saying it was somebody else, right?
No, it was...
I mean, the victim wasn't saying it was somebody else?
No.
Okay. All right. Yesterday, though. Not today.
No, not today.
Not today.
Not today.
All right. You haven't arrested anybody today?
Not yet.
All right.
The day is still young.
Is it just starting?
No, I mean, it started...
What time do you start?
It started 6 hours ago.
What time is it?
Simple math. It's noon.
I don't know what time it is. Okay, 6. Goes from 6 till 6? All right. Yeah, I don't know why you never come in here anymore. You've been hiding.
Usually busy.
Spare me the melodrama.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for reals. You know, Officer Walters, he throws the weed in the garbage can and lets the people go, you know?
There's bigger fish to fry.
You arrest her and, like, ruin her life. That was so shady.
When you make people dig for it and you're not honest, and you lie.
Oh, that's what you didn't like.
No,
I mean, she said that it was on the other side of the car. Like, that was believable that it wasn't hers.
All right. Hey, I do have to go to a
It was just weed.
I have to help somebody. Yes.
You're gonna help somebody?
I'm gonna help somebody.
Oh my God! As soon as
Write
you
that-
figure out
write
how
that.
that's possible, are you gonna do it
It
with
is
or without
possible.
their consent?
No, they need help. They call.
Thank you.
Press on.
Master by the name of Bates, smoking more than all 50 states combined. Yeah, right, I gotta stay on the grind. I got no money, so my weed's on my mind. I hit the club, but you know I can't dance. 7 and 7 in my cutoff chance. Tie that shirt in my long ass hair. What part of how I look